Okay, factoring, level 11. We want to solve this equation. It's a second degree equation, and it looks really scary because it's got all these big numbers. So I'm just going to do my work in a text box. I'm just going to copy all that. And whoops, there's my text box. And I just copied the question. And I want to rearrange this just because the order, I need it to be in decreasing order of degree. So plus 84, there we go. And then I'm looking for a common factor that goes into 120, 214, and 84. And I'm going to divide both sides by that. Okay, the only thing I could figure that would go into all of the factors is 2. Okay, so that makes 60. If I divide the 214 by 2, I get 107, which is a prime number. If I divide 84 by 2, that gives me 42. Okay, and if I divide 0 by 2, I get 0. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to have to do trial and error, or PSF. I was thinking of using 10C and 6C for my 60. Now if I go to use my 42, and if I go to use 6 and 7, you see, if I put the 6 here, and put the 7 over here, see, I get a common factor, and there's no common factor here, so I can't have a common factor in there. If I switch to 6 and 7, then I have a common factor with my 6's. So that probably means that the 10 and 6 don't work. Okay, so I'm going to try something else. Okay, so I picked 5 and 12, and then tried the 6 and 7, and it seems to work. Now 5 times 5C times 7 is 35C, 6 times 12 is 72, 35 and 72 add up to 107, except it's the wrong sign. So if I make both of these have to be negative, because they multiply to give a positive, and then let's try it. So we have negative 35, negative 72 adds to negative 107, that works. Okay, so that's equal to 0, and I'm just going to rewrite each of these being equal to 0. Okay, and then I'm just going to solve for C in each case. So C, if I add 6 to both sides, 5C is equal to 6, and if I divide both sides by 5, I get C is equal to 6 over 5, and then that gives me 1 and 1/5. Okay, over here, I'm just going to put a comma after all those. Over here, I'm just going to add 7 to both sides. So that's equal to 7. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 12. So C is equal to 7 divided by 12. And there's my answer. Okay, let me just put that down on the same level. Well, I don't really need to, but I'm just going to do that for copying purposes. So I'm going to put that in as my answer. Now the only thing, I need to put the smallest one first. Okay, and 7/12 is smaller than 1 and 1/5. So let's make sure I have no spaces, a comma, a space here. Okay, no spaces afterwards. And that's correct. All right, so that's how you solve equations using factoring. Have a good day.